Today's episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Monarch Money is going to help you figure out what is going on with your finances. Now let's jump into this podcast.
Hello, everybody, it's time for Jesse and Crendor.
Jesse and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up, it's Jesse and Crendor in the morning.
Hello, everybody, to an exciting episode of Jesse and Crendor in the morning.
That's right. More excitement. More podcasts.
More morning.
Better people.
Oh.
Cox and Crendor.
No absolute psycho dudes making your pizza. That's not a thing.
No.
We don't even make pizza. We're not even part of that. No rules, just right. Have it your way.
Yeah, that's what's our slogan?
You get what you get.
Yeah.
Every episode, we promise you, you'll get what you get.
Get what you get. We've always said that for the last decade.
Speaking of getting, I was supposed to, I think. So I have a credit card through my old credit union that I've had for a while. And the credit union, I guess, because the elderly, I don't know. If you work with a credit union or you are in one, they vote for things, right? So, you know, they vote for who's going to run the credit union and who's going to do this and what kind of services they're going to offer, all that kind of stuff. Well, apparently, they have still voted against having one of those readers on your credit card, so I still have to stick it in the machine. I can't just tap it.
Oh, you don't have a tap thing? That's pretty weird.
I do not. To this day, I do not. And then I got a letter in the mail that said, hey, it's happening. And I thought, okay, cool. Does that mean it's happening now, or should I get a thing? And I have looked everywhere. There's no information. I can't figure out. I tried to call them, but I keep forgetting that they're way back on the East Coast and I'm over here. So I'm like, all right, so is this happening? And they're like, we have no evidence of that, sir. I'm like, did I even get a letter from you guys? Who was the letter from? Like, I don't know who you're talking about, sir. Like, that's not something we're doing. I'm like, what? So I don't know what's going on. I'm absolutely, totally confused. I have no idea. I would like it if they could tap it. Right now, I just use my phone.
I mean, yeah, that works. I like to think there's a guy, and he's just playing a massive goof on you.
Honestly, that's fine. I would rather be told that than, yes, we are doing it. We sent you a card. Didn't you get it? Which is a whole other hassle.
He's just every day he's giving you mail. He's like, I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to tell him his credit card can tap stuff now.
Yeah, of all the stupid things to get me for, though. Like, you won't ever have to insert your credit card again, fool.
Maybe maybe he does this all over. He's like named the tapper.
For the longest time going overseas, they would always be like, yo, can you tap? I'm like, sorry, I can't tap. I don't got the tap power. And here in the States, it was fine because we didn't have that. Now we have it, and everyone keeps trying to tap my damn card, and I'm like, here's the problem. I wouldn't even use this credit card if I wasn't compelled to do so by the fact that when I wasn't using any credit cards, my credit score dramatically dropped to the point where they were like, look, we'd love to help you, but we can't because your credit's low. So now that I have a credit card, my credit is high, but I have to use this damn card that I don't want to use. The whole system is a scam, man. I'm just saying it's a scam, and frankly, I'm so over it. The woods are calling my name, and if I could handle the woods, that's where you'd find me.
Yeah, but you can't handle the woods.
I can't handle it, so this is the life I live. I live a shameful life of no tap in the big city.
No tap in the big city. My favorite book.
Yeah, not nearly as good as Sex in the City, but like no tap in the big city is it's my story. Yeah.
Yeah. What would the characters of No Tap in the Big City be?
Exact same characters, exact same actors, just they can't get their cards to work.
And then you randomly show up occasionally. And you're just like, I can't get mine to work either.
And Kim Cattrall's like, I was at an orgy last Friday trying to pay for drinks, and my card wouldn't tap either. And then Sarah Jessica Parker's like, no, Samantha, you're so childish. That's why you don't have a real credit card. And then Samantha's like, shut up, Carrie, you bitch. You know, Sex and the City.
And then Carrie goes up and she starts writing, being like, people can get tapped, but cards can't. What's the deal?
Exactly.
Yeah. That would be a phenomenal show.
A great show.
New HBO exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of things they did absolutely sucked, and I don't think anyone watched them. But hey, you know what? I'd bring it back.
What else did you do this week?
This week, all I did was I came back from like a fun week of doing stuff and then just worked like nonstop. And yeah, I wish I had something exciting to tell you. I simply don't. I just worked and then went home and worked out and then got up and did it all over again for the full week. Oh, that's a lie. Yesterday, I spent most of the day streaming and then watched Fifth Element with you and then went home and slept. So I did not work out yesterday, so I've got to do it today for sure.
Oh yeah, that's true. We watched Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And that was a great time. I think 90s sci-fi is just a fun vibe.
Yes. It still has that we're having fun attitude instead of it being entirely up its own butt. With that said, however, 80s sci-fi, which is entirely up its own butt, is very fun as well. Because some of that is so goofy and weird and still has like a 70s aesthetic. Oh, it's good. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's some 80s sci-fi? I mean, I guess Back to the Future is kind of like 80s sci-fi.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking more along the lines of like Last Starfighter or Batteries Not Included. Short Circuit is another one. Short Circuit.
Yeah, Terminator.
I would consider that more 90s just because I was like Terminator 2s when I started watching. I didn't really have, like I wasn't into Terminator.
Yeah.
Tron, I believe, counts. Obviously, Empire Strikes Back. Escape from New York. That's fun. Blade Runner, that's a classic. Aliens was in the 80s. And Aliens, I like better than Alien.
I don't think I've seen any of those.
Damn, man. Well, you weren't born.
That's true.
So, you know, I get it. But neither was I. I mean, I was like a baby. So I think when in the 90s, as I moved into like pre-teenhood, then I probably started watching all of these because they weren't that old for me. It would be like kids these days watching, Lord of the Rings.
Right.
It's 20 years old, but it's not that old. So, and it holds up. And at the time, a lot of these held up pretty well. Now they're kind of goofy. Yeah, I know most of the movies I watched when I was a kid, I watched at like a friend's house or on VHS. It wasn't until like 94. What year did Jurassic Park come out? 1993. Jurassic Park is the first big movie I remember seeing in the theater that wasn't like a cartoon.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I saw Jurassic Park, and that was like back-to-back bangers. I remember Jurassic Park. I remember Independence Day. I remember seeing Independence Day on July 3rd, and then when it hit July 4th in the movie, it ticked over to July 4th in real life. The movie theater planned it out that way. Great. Everyone in the audience cheered. Big fun. Yeah, it was like during that time period where it was those kind of when summer blockbusters really were becoming a thing. And you had to go. Friends were like, we gotta go. And I think I went. I had to go see. Yeah, I had to go see Jurassic Park with my parents because I was not old enough to see a PG-13 movie by myself. But yeah, it was fun. Fifth Element is a solid 7 out of 10, but is bolstered by everyone having a great time. So it just is a fun movie. I love it. With that said, I did nothing else. I did nothing of value this entire week except, take care of myself and try to, get fit. But even then, I didn't do it yesterday. So what kind of fool am I? Instead, I spent all day sitting and playing video games.
I cleared my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
That sounds like a Sesame Street type of song.
I mean, yes, exactly. That's right.
I was gonna say we did react to Roblox, or you did, and then I reacted to the Roblox, which I knew Roblox was insane, but I didn't realize the amount of viewership that Roblox obtains from being that insane.
I kind of figured because it has that same energy as those Spider-Man got Elsa pregnant.
Yeah, it does.
Where it has a sort of
actually
a freak show vibe to it. But with that said,
Yeah.
the audience, it's weird, dude. Like, I can respect a weird internet video, but I don't like how every weird internet video, be it the Elsa Spider-Man or the Roblox, it always seems to be targeting kids. And I think that goes back to the previous video about brain rot, in that it's less about the brain rot and more about parents putting an iPad in front of their kid, and the kid just lets stuff play and it auto plays into weird territories.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what most of these videos are relying on. But even then, I simply don't get it. Like, I don't know who, I'm a teenage girl and I got pregnant by the stud at school and he's rich and his parents are going to let us get married and my life's going to be beautiful. And then all the comments are like, I got to see what happens to the kid. Is the baby going to get raised right? And I'm like, what? What is I just don't understand the mentality of it.
Well, it's because it's literally children.
Sure.
So, like, they don't care.
But here's what I'm trying to say. It isn't like oh no, I can't believe we had this accident, let's deal with this together, like a real world drama. It's aspirational. It's like all the main characters are thrilled to have this happen to them. And they're like, finally, a baby, I can live my life. You're like, wait, what? You are young enough that I don't know how old you are, and it says you go to high school. And that's worrying to me as an adult. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like what's happening.
I think it's a combination of things. I think one is it's like 9-year-olds that are just, they've been raised on this, and they watch Roblox or play Roblox, and then they start getting into it, and they're like, oh, this is like, pregnancy. This is like adult stuff. So they like that, Like, I remember being a kid, and you're like curious, like, wow, what's that? Right? So I think that's part of it, and then you learn it from Roblox. The problem is that the YouTubers make insane brain rot tier Roblox stuff as well, and then they're just watching it, and parents don't care. They're just like, watch what you want, right? And so it's like you're raised on this stuff.
I guess my concern is less about the brain rot aspect or the, what people watch and how they interact with that kind of thing. Like the iPad to me is the gateway to the content, but the fact that the content exists, I think, is the problem for me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know who sat at home or at an office or whatever and said, we need to tell this story and we need to do it in Roblox. Like, that's my, I get that a kid could stumble on it and be like, what? And watch. I just don't know who the creators are and why they felt the need to make it.
Well, I would say the creators are probably people that also played Roblox, right? Because Roblox came out in...
Oh, like 2005, 7, something like that. It's old, yeah.
Right? So people making, like, if you watch Roblox from, like, when you were born... Like, even let's say you were born in, like, early 2000. You probably grew up on Roblox. And now you're like, dude, I can make Roblox videos. And people love Roblox videos. And they're just going to watch... people are going to watch them. So they realize, like they've grown up knowing that they can make Roblox videos. Or maybe they even did make Roblox videos, and they've evolved and being like, what's the crazy stuff I can do? They're essentially becoming Mr. Beast of Roblox.
Right.
Right?
My question is, why is that a thing? I mean, I guess if you are in Minecraft or you are in Roblox or whatever, and that's your media, very similar to WoW Machinima, right? Like, that's the thing you like, and use that as the medium to express yourself and tell your stories. I get that. Again, I understand. I think I mentioned this in the video. I understand that Afmal, for example, I get what she does. She makes like kid content that's, I think it's called like My Life or something, but it's like very kid oriented. Like, we're in high school or we're in grade school and shit's crazy. I get that. It's like kid problems. But this is adult problems in a kid format. It isn't even like you're watching like a Bluey or whatever the hell the kids watch these days, and then there's something for the kids and something for the adults, but it has a message. There's no message to any of this. It is just like watching Jerry Springer, but in Roblox. I just don't understand it. It doesn't register to me as being logical, which I guess that's why it's so off my radar. I never considered it an option, and while watching it, was completely weirded out by it.
Well, that's because kids, they're literally kids. They haven't developed the logic yet. They're like children. And I feel like the main thing here is that kids usually want to feel like they're an adult. Like when you're a teenager, you're like, I'm an adult, right? Or like you're hit that. And I feel like that's kind of what this targets, is kids that want to feel like they're adults, even though they're watching like really shitty Roblox videos, but it's like with adult themes behind these Roblox things. So it's like blending these two universes of like something they grew up with and something that they like want to learn about or know about or feel like they're an adult.
Sure. I mean, like, I get the idea of kids wanting to be adult or thinking they're adults or having the like, I'm smart enough to make my own choices, like that kind of kids have done that forever. Again, my concern isn't that the kids are into it. I get why kids would be. I don't understand why the content was made in the first place. Like, that's where I'm at. It is clearly kid-focused adult content, which again weirds me out in a way that I cannot even describe.
Oh yeah, I mean, if somebody came to me and they're like, I'm a Roblox content creator, I'd be freaked out.
Yeah, I make Roblox videos about high schoolers getting pregnant and adopting children and marrying rich guys, or cheating or scandals, or again, Jerry Springer stuff, but it's done in a format for kids. I would have concerns. I'd be like,
yeah,
why are you doing? I would genuinely like to know. But at this point, I think the real answer is it gets views. And because it gets views, you make money. And then because you make money, you don't care what you do. As we've learned from society, people who make a lot of money tend to not give a shit how they make that money.
Yeah. It's, it feels like the Minecraft YouTuber era, but like more like degenerate. Like it really does feel like we've taken another step there, because like it's just like any type of Roblox thing, it's just I've always seen it as just insane, and it usually is insane. But it's like you said, the creators, like a lot of these creators are just adults making this stuff. So I don't know if they're I mean, obviously I know why they're doing it. They're getting views, they're getting money and sponsorships and stuff. Like I just typed in Roblox, all right, and one of the top videos was "We survived 99 nights in the forest, Roblox," and this is from a creator named Kat, K-A-T.
Here's the thing, that as a concept is fine.
Right.
We survived 99 nights in Roblox. Like, okay, cool. It's like a challenge thing. I'm talking about like if it was we just survived 99 orgies in Roblox. I'd be like, what?
Right.
Like there's clearly a delineation between what is normal content and what is like, this seems problematic.
Yeah, like this girl seems like she's just doing like Mr. Beast tier stuff in Roblox, like a kid Roblox Mr. Beast. Then like there's Daisy Roblox, and it says Daisy got adopted by stranger. Mama called the police.
Yeah, that's suddenly we're in like weird territory. Yes.
Yeah, it gives me the vibes. I think I said in my reaction of like mobile games. It gives, or the mobile game ads, right? Where like the mobile game ads are just off the rails. They're just like crazy shit's going on. Like it feels like that, but with Roblox.
Yes, like the mobile game ads where it's this woman and then her husband either dies or cheats on her, and then it's like 30 seconds of the craziest things you've ever seen, followed by start your own farm. You're like, wait, what? That's the game?
Yeah, it's genuinely insane. And the thing is, like, I feel like these people are going to grow up and they're going to look back and be like, what was I watching? Like, I think they're going to have moments like that. Because, I mean, I think we mentioned it the other week. There's plenty of times I went back and looked at stuff I watched and I was like, dude, what what was I looking at? Right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
So-
there's tons of stuff on YTMND that when I look back now, I'm like, oh no, that was just racist. Like, that wasn't even funny. That was just racism. Yeah, there's a lot. Newgrounds has tons of that, where when you go back and you look at it, you're like, this was so weird. What about this was I interested in? Yeah, no, I like that. Again, being a kid, being interested in adult things, to feel more like an adult because everyone wants to be older when they're younger until you realize being old it sucks ass.
it sure does.
That I get. Again, it's not that. It's the people who are making the content that I'm like, what's your deal? Why? Yeah. And I guess we found our answer. It's all about money, but still, I just I can't claim to like it.
And it's the same with the other thing we watched with the guy. Like, we're gonna make secret rooms in this YouTuber's house, right? Like, it's all kind of like similar, but it's, you know, one's in Roblox, one's in real life, and it's just,
yes,
I just don't get it.
And what's messed up is they're both in both of those scenarios, the room guy and the Roblox stories, they are exaggerated, bizarre examples of what someone might think real life is like, but isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, I have a bunch of money, so I build crazy houses in my, it's like, what the hell? No one really does this. But everyone's like, that'd be cool if I did.
Yeah, no, it's just, I think, that's more concerning when I'll go to the comments and you just see it, you're like, okay, there's kids, and there's like somebody, it's like a like 30-year-old man who's like, man, this is crazy. You're just like, what?
I can't be like, adults watch this? You and I both watched it and recorded us watching it.
Well, there's the difference. We're watching it for science.
And then everyone else watched it with enjoyment.
Yeah.
So basically,
we're merely observing.
We monkey pawed ourselves into this. We kind of like ringooed ourselves. Like, well, we have to watch it for science, and then everyone else watched it for science, and now they all have a bunch more views. You know what I mean? Like, we really screwed ourselves in this whole, well, this is trash, we shouldn't watch this.
Yeah. It's I mean, you gotta learn. If you don't watch it, we wouldn't even know what it is. And now we know what it is. It's I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes from here now. It's like, what's next, right?
I don't know what the next Roblox is going to be. I imagine it's something we won't think about. Like, for a while it was Peak, but the reality of it is Peak is basically how funny the people playing it are rather than the game. And I saw a lot of people. My feed is definitely in this weird space, and I keep being like, no, please stop recommending, where it's people streaming video games, and while playing one game, talking shit on other games, which is very popular now. So being like, well, the reason why this game's amazing and these other games suck is for this, and this. And they do the, who's that guy? The guy who was popular for a minute and now everyone hates, who has like the deep voice, but then everyone claimed the deep voice was fake. Whatever the hell that guy's name was. Where the attitude of I know a lot still does really well on YouTube. And so if you have that air of I know things and I can express myself very well and talk about why things suck, that's the trend I'm seeing right now. Is I sound like I know things and I'm going to tell you why stuff sucks. And this is, and everyone's like, yeah, it does suck, and he does speak well. And I'm like, nope, don't care about this. Please don't give this to me anymore. And it keeps happening. YouTube's like, yup, you want to see this? I'm like, no, I don't. I do not care about this. I would rather you send me, like, boob videos, YouTube, than this. Like, I'd rather get spammed with, like, reply girls than this. It's just, So I have no clue. My algorithm's a complete mess, and that's what happens when you have to go watch Roblox videos. And like, I just have the weirdest algorithm right now.
Huh. Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, that's why I sometimes I'll be on like different YouTube accounts because I have so many different YouTube accounts. Sometimes I'll forget which one I'm on. Usually I'm on my main one, but other times I'm just like, why am I getting recommended this stuff? And I'm like, oh, I'm on my other account. So sometimes it just depends too. Maybe you should just make a new account and test it.
I did, So one of the things I wanted to do while doing this new channel was see what's on the main page without having my account active and just go there. And right away, I realized that unlike the way it used to be where you go to a landing page and see what YouTube wanted you to see, now if you go in like incognito mode, for example, or if you go without having logged in, it'll take you to a page and be like, nothing to view here. Start watching videos so we can start filling this out.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it does do that.
And I was like, no, I want you to recommend some things so I can see what's popular today so I can use that for my video series. Please and thank you. And it simply would not. And so finally, I got to a page that had what was popular. And surprisingly, but not really, most of it was foreign language. I don't know if it was the time of day or what was going on, but most of it was German, Spanish, I want to say Chinese. Like, it wasn't even English, which just goes to show you how big YouTube is as a property. Now, there's spaces we don't even delve into.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. I mean, there's like streamers, they got like 8 billion viewers, and they're just like, he's the biggest person in Spain or Mexico or like wherever.
Yeah. Like, there's a guy I saw who had like 36 million views on his video that came out like 2 days ago. And he's in Brazil, and he's like the biggest Brazilian guy. And I was like, I have no idea who this dude is. Clearly, he's killing it.
Yeah, it's they even. Oh man, when I was watching football the other day, because they had the game in Brazil, and they're like, "Here's YouTuber with 6 million subscribers, like Destroyer or something." I was like, "Who?" I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I never heard of them, but I guess they're big in Brazil or something. Like, it's crazy how big just all these platforms have been. That was like somebody on my my Patreon. I always do a Patreon AMA every month, and somebody said, as a fellow old person, I remember the Wild West days of the internet and how crazy things could get. Do you have a favorite memory? And I was like, I think my favorite memory was just the lack of people on YouTube.
Yeah, it was very American-centric, and then it became very English-centric, and then as it exploded in popularity, people from around the world were like, I can do that. And now it's a world commodity. YouTube's huge. Even though everyone was like, YouTube's going to die, Twitch is going to kill it, blah, 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 blah. YouTube's bigger than ever. And there's people you will never heard of that are bigger than, you know, the biggest American YouTubers.
And it makes sense, because there's other places in the world that got
with a lot more people. Yeah, no, I get it.
A lot more people. So yeah, it's just it's crazy, man. I think but honestly, I think the craziest thing is how long we've done this.
It is the longest job I've ever had. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 15, 16 years.
Yep.
So it's pretty wild. And people are still listening.
Somehow.
Thank you. Earlier when I clicked on our youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, I did notice that we lost 9 subscribers in the last 28 days.
Damn.
So 9 of those people were like,
they were not listening. They were tired of it. They're
I'm
like,
done with this shit.
Yeah, I get it.
And you know what? Fair enough.
Yep, fair enough.
I understand. I get it. I know what I'm going to unsubscribe to.
Well, you know what we need to do in order to get the subscribers back? We need to do what podcasts do right now. The meta for podcasts, read from Reddit. And I brought you a Reddit thing we can read from.
Oh, okay. This is good.
Yeah, this is good. This is what the people want. They want you to just read Reddit to them.
Okay, good.
Now, most podcasts would read the am I the asshole or the like, are they cheating on me or am I overreacting Reddits? Not us.
Mm-hmm.
I have brought to you this amazing topic, and it's one of my favorites because I loved every reply. What's a cheat code you discovered in real life that actually works? And the replies are things that will make your life better that seem like a cheat.
Okay.
Great example, right off the bat. Compliment people in minor ways. Don't make it weird. Just if someone is wearing something they clearly went into some effort to pick out, a watch, necklace, shoes, whatever. And if you genuinely like it, say, hey, nice shoes, or that color really suits you, and then leave it. Don't say anything else. Just give them the compliment. The end. And everyone's like, dude, this really is a hack. If you just tell people they look good or you like what they're wearing, they get so excited about that and remember it forever. And I was like, that's true. I don't do that often, but when people do it to me, I'm like, thank you. And I was like, yeah, that is true. I remember every time someone complimented me. That's how little it happens.
And I think if it's like one of those things where when you do it and you're genuine about it, people can usually tell. Because it's not just like, hey, you look good. It's just like, oh, wow, that's a cool bracelet or whatever. You must or like, I haven't noticed that before. Or it's like something where it's like a new thing.
Yeah, or the flip side, which is like, oh, you're amazing. You know, like that fake over-the-top version. Don't like that. That one I'm like, come on now. Please.
Yeah. Oh my God. That reminds me of I've been watching HGTV.
Okay.
And yep. And there's a lot of they're like, okay, our renovation house is done. Here we go. And they're just like, we're gonna bring our friends over, right? And the friends come over and they're just like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And they're just like, this is the bedroom. Like, oh my God, it's so amazing.
I hate
and they're
that.
like, here's the bathroom. Like, wow, this is so unbelievable. And I'm just like, this is the most fake ass.
It's a bathroom. It's not that unbelievable. If it was a bathroom, like some of the ones I've seen on the internet where it has sort of like an open skylight thing and there are plants in the shower and the shower's this massive sort of walk-in, those are amazing. Those are where it has like 15 shower heads. That's amazing. This tiny ass bathroom with the walk-in shower that has like barely dripping water, that's not amazing. That's a shower. That's a toilet. Yeah. That's not amazing.
Plus, like, a lot of these houses just look exactly the same. They're like, we made it open concept. It's like I'm kind of tired of this open concept.
I'm kind of tired of all houses looking the same to begin with, but yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like especially the renovation things. They're never like, hey, let's try to mix it up a little. They're always like, we'll just knock out all the walls.
We made everything gray and white.
There we go. Yeah, it's all gray, white, modern. That's it. It's like, there's like other things we can do.
I'm pretty sure that's like one of those, it's on the cheap and we're trying to flip a house kind of situations.
Yeah.
The one that I recently saw was the house from Home Alone. They renovated it and are trying to sell it. And the before and after pictures, not only does it not look like the house from Home Alone anymore, it just looks sanitized and boring. And I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. It's like they're making a hospital.
Yeah, that's not. And I know it's one of those things where kind of like in the 70s when everything was shag carpet and like conversation pits, it's one of those trends that is going to die off. And they're going to be stuck with some weird ass, like, well, it looked future retro niche or whatever the hell. And yeah. And then your grandkids are going to laugh at you because you used to live like that. Yeah. There are houses that have timeless style. That's what we should be focusing on.
That's, oh my God. It's like you remember the early 2000s house style? I was getting a lot of those on like just recommended to me on like TikTok or whatever.
Mean? Early 2000s house style.
It's hold on, let me see. Here you go, kind of like this.
Yes, with holy dude, that looks just like my my old house. And if you were by there in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
If you would have gone in, that's kind of what our kitchen would have looked like.
Yeah, it's just like that.
That wood, that stained wood, but then it also for some reason has a marble countertop. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what it's called. It's oh wait, I think it's like Tuscan. It's like a Tuscan aesthetic, I think is what they said.
Sure. I guess I get that. It is. Yeah, it's not very. It's kind of that like every house is an apartment vibe.
Kinda
you know
like
what I
that,
mean?
too.
Like the way apartments make their kitchens look.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't very homey or welcoming. It just looks kind of like we built 80 of these in a Midwest suburban district. And we had to keep building and moving, so this is what you get. Yeah. It's not that exciting.
So now it's like, I think it's like people are just tired of the modern, boring ass stuff. It's like we just want to go back to some fun, not like full 70s, like you said, shag carpet, but just like Just something. Some color.
I think houses are sort of like the bread, right? Like it doesn't have to be fancy. It's what you put in it or on it in the case of bread that makes it like sparkle and shine. And it's the things that you brought to it. So you don't need some ridiculous looking over the top modern future house. You just need a house that is fun. Like, I love those old Spanish houses, the colonial houses. Houses that are just timeless are always fun to me. I love those houses.
Yeah.
And then you can fill it with all your weird tech stuff and you'll be fine. But the house itself should be a like, oh, this is a house that looks like in 100 years you would still want to live there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm ready to go back to the color and life in buildings and design.
So here's some more
Okay.
for us. Some of these are great. Never say something to a person who is unable to hear it. Stay silent on the subject. Actually avoid it. Usually, they will get curious and ask your opinion. When a person has had to work for information, they are more likely to consider it honestly, even if it's criticism, which I think is actually really smart. Rather than just blurting something out and being like, hey, here's my thoughts on this thing. Don't say a damn thing, and if they want to know, they'll ask you. Otherwise, I got no patience for people who don't want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah. No, that's honestly very good advice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a solid one. Okay, that's good. My favorite one, I'm trying to find it right now, and it might be the single greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, because like, a lot of them are pick your battles, or never stop dating your wife, or this one, when buying tickets in a raffle that you get to place your own ticket in the receptacle, gently fold it or crumple it up before putting it in so it doesn't lay down flat. Most likely you will get chosen. This is a cheat code that I've used to win frequently, which I was like, okay. No one really ever thinks to do that. A lot of them are like, please and thank you, that kind of thing. The best one, this is my favorite. Place a tortilla under your tacos. So when you eat them and stuff falls out, you get an extra taco at the end of the night as a plate cleaner.
I have seen that one before.
I was like, that is the single greatest, that is the best pro tip I've ever heard.
That is a fantastic tip.
Yeah. I was like, everyone else is giving replies about like how to treat other people and like how to live. This guy's like, no. When you get tacos, get another shell, and then it will all fall in the shell, and then you just eat it. I was like, yep, that's the winner.
Yeah, now that may be the most important one of them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of these are like, humor can work magic, or getting a car repaired, bring donuts, give it to the mechanics, that kind of thing. Or if a family member's in the hospital, show up for them, that kind of, like, just things that you kind of already know, but people just don't do because everyone's lazy. But that taco one, I was like, that's the real pro tip, dude.
That is, yeah. I mean, like some of the other, like, humor's great. Like, well, obviously, people like funny people. Like, that's literally everything.
Yeah. Like, some of these are stop putting people above or below you, or if you call in sick, tell your boss, spare him the details, like that kind of thing. So make it sound like you're just gross, and that. Yeah,
it's whatever.
Things that people know they just don't want to do, or they don't think of at the time. Like it's whatever. But I did enjoy the taco.
But you know what else I'm a fan of?
Ooh, saving some money. We are all very busy, working, living life, stressing out over all sorts of stuff. And sometimes you don't really have the bandwidth to think about, accounts, be it a 401k or maybe property or whatever's going on in our life that we, at our job, we put money away and we're like, well, that's doing a thing. It'll do a thing, right? Right? A lot of people would be surprised to learn that they don't know what it's doing at all. And so Monarch is here to help you identify whether you're saving correctly, or your 401k is invested correctly, or if you're discovering hidden 401ks from past jobs. Did you know that was a thing? That you probably put money away and then you moved on to another job and it's just kind of sitting there? They will help you discover if that's the case. If you want to get into investing, Monarch is here to help. They can help you with savings rates, easily review your finances, all sorts of things to help you stress less about that so you can stress about all the other crap you're dealing with. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. It does all the heavy lifting, links all your accounts in just a few minutes, gives you clear visual data, smart categorization of all the spending and everything you're spending your money on and how you're controlling that money. And the best part is, it is not going to be in some spreadsheet form. You're not going to have to deal with that. Monarch is not just another financial app. It's actually one that is loved by professionals and experts and just everyday people like me. Named the best budgeting app of 2025 by the Wall Street Journal. Forbes said it's the best app for couples. It's named one of CNBC's top fintech companies in the world. It has a Reddit community with 34,000 users that talk about it all the time. And going back to couples, that's a stressor. I think we can all agree money, it comes between friendships and it comes between couples. And having goals and budgets and allocations and all that stuff in one place so everyone can see what's going on will definitely help relieve some stressors there. So if you want to check out Monarch, please, by all means, use code COX, C-O-X, at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com, code COX. All right, Crendor, see what the Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Man, traffic is, it's, man, I feel like every week I'm just like, the traffic's terrible out here, and it's really just terrible again, but I think, I'm either just noticing people are worse drivers, or, maybe they've always been bad, and right now they're just standing out more. It's just, it's impressive, and it's traffic. Back, dude.
I'm telling you, dude, exact same vibe. I honestly firmly had a conversation with myself as I pulled into the parking lot to the office today, where I sat in the car and was like, I think either COVID and or just the world in general right now made people intolerable. And I don't know if that's a me thing or they have become insane, but a great example is I'm trying to drive into the parking lot for the office. And it's on this street that's right next to a bar, as I've mentioned many times. And so it's a weekend, so there are people at the bar. Anyway, there's this girl, and I assume her boyfriend? I don't know. But she's driving, and she pulls into the driveway of the parking lot. So I'm sitting there waiting to turn in, and she is waiting for me to move. But I'm like, I can't move. You're blocking. Because she wants to back out and reverse and go down another part of the street. And I'm like, so you're blocking where I need to go. I can't move because there's cars on either side of me. You have to do all the work, lady. And she's looking at me waiting for me to do something. And I'm like, patiently just there. Then cars get behind me and they start honking. And she's looking at me. I'm doing a full minute's going by. And she's like, move. I'm like, I can't move. What do you want me to do? So while this is going on, I'm also watching this guy go out to his car that's parked. And so he's getting ready to leave too. And I'm like, oh boy, okay. So now I gotta figure out how to navigate all this. Finally, she decides to reverse and go down another part of the street, which she does. And as she reverses and I go to turn into the driveway into the parking lot, the dude who just parked in his Mazda whatever, I'm going to say going 100 miles from stop. He's like, bro, he tries to get past the woman who's reversing, past me who's turning in, so he can slip through there. He almost hit both of us. I was like, he couldn't wait 2 seconds. Meanwhile, all the cars behind me are still honking because they can't see what's going on because there's a bunch of cars on the left and right of us because the street, that's everyone's parking on the street. So it should be a 2-lane street, but it's only one because everyone's at the bar. Just the entire time I was like, all this could have been avoided if people just took 2 seconds to assess the situation and realize, oh, I'm the problem. But no one does. Everyone's like, you got to move for me, man. I cannot move for you. Yikes, dude. Yeah, yikes.
That's even worse by you with LA traffic.
Yeah, I'm genuinely shocked how bad it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Even around here, it just feels like people are just worse at driving. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's just more people or what it is, but it's been bad. So, yeah. See if it gets better or worse. That's traffic.
Okay, let's go to Sweather. Sweather? Yep, that's right.
It's weather time.
Sweather.
Here we go. We got 16 weather requests, and we're landing on weather request. Can you do a weather request for Burst, Belgium? Is a small town that's part of Erpmeer. First time in the town is mentioned is 825 under the name Bursitia, and the land was a gift to the monastery in Ghent. It consisted of the place called Bursitia near the stream Borsbeek, a farm with trees for the table of the brothers, sowing land where one can sow 41 units, pasture where one can mow 6 cartloads of hay, and the forest Emistrud where one can keep 10 pigs.
I love all of that, by the way. It sounds so like we just got a letter from 1046 or some nonsense. But also, Ghent, real talk, love Ghent. Been there twice now. Big fan of the cherry beer. Big fan of riding on the river. Big fan of all of it. Good stuff. Shout out to Larian Studios.
Whoa.
Yep.
Well, in Burst, Belgium, it feels like 67 degrees Fahrenheit, because it is 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Got a high of 72, low of 52, humidity 84%, 29.95 inches of pressure, visibility 10 miles, 7:09 a.m., sunrise, 8:13 p.m., sunset, winds at 5 miles an hour, dew point 62, UV index 0, and a full moon. 10 date.
10 days.
Monday, 72 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Tuesday, 71 with AM clouds, PM sun. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 73. Partly cloudy on Thursday, 68. Showers Friday, 64. Saturday, 66, mostly cloudy. Sunday, 68 with showers. Monday, 67 AM showers. And Tuesday, 67, partly cloudy.
I'm obsessed with it. It's like such a small town, but the food ranges from shack hole in the wall to massive, one of the biggest bakeries I've ever seen in my entire life, to donut shop, the donuttery, or whatever this is called.
Oh, yeah, I see the donuttery.
Looks delicious. But then also, there's, beige chicken, whatever the hell this is, and it just, as far as I can tell, it's someone's home. I've no... Dude, this is actually really funny. I went to the Bezjikin trying to figure out what the hell it was, and the Google map on the map puts you right out next to a house. That the house looks like suburban America plopped down right in the middle of Belgium. It looks like it has fake grass in the backyard, a giant green fence. That's really funny. That's bless. This is kind of interesting. There's a lot of places that, again, very hole in the wall. But then, out of nowhere, what the hell is this? Crendor. Pitta, Pitta, Shop 1 Burst. I don't even know how to describe. It looks like, I don't know what this place is, but it genuinely looks like a setting from Fallout. There is a Skytech helicopter, which appears to be crashed. There is weird pipes and metal objects. There is a bunker, and then a room with a bunch of dead animals, and then a punching bag made out of foxes.
What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what... This isn't food. I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah. What is this? Pita One Shop Burst.
Yo,
what
that's
the hell?
Crazy. What is it?
I don't know what this is. But wait, then there's food. If I went to their Facebook thing and there's food there.
It's a pita place. They're selling gyros and stuff, but like, is that okay? It is
this
right
must be next door.
It's next door. Yes, it's right next door to this incredibly weird place. But the thing is, if you look up the pita shop, it all is listed as being the same thing.
Yeah. That's so weird. That is
very weird. I don't
PETA
even know how
taxidermy.
Yeah, that's. With that said, kind of, it's like would be an experience. I kind of want to go see it. just to see it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you look at the location. This is very clearly the countryside because there's this giant bakery place, and then across the street are just homes.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to have like a real downtown, which I guess maybe is that kind of the hallmark for most of Europe? There isn't just a downtown. Is that an American thing, like going downtown?
It might be. I mean, there's like downtown London and stuff, right? So I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's London, and then there's the city of London. Like, London's a different beast compared to most places.
Right.
Like, for example, okay. Going back to Ghent, there was very clearly a you can't drive here area. And I feel like maybe that's considered downtown. Like there was you got there and you had to walk. Wherever you were at, the cars couldn't go further. You had to walk through the area. Maybe that's considered downtown? But is that a new concept?
Maybe.
Or is that an old thing and they just have kept it?
I don't know.
Like Amsterdam, there's Amsterdam proper, but it's a big, I just don't know, dude. I would love to, I mean, I'm assuming, yes, they're downtowns. But the vibe I get from a lot of, places in Europe is that's not the case. But maybe that's just countryside. I don't know.
That is interesting. I guess it could be, because actually, I think smaller towns having downtown makes more sense.
Right. I mean, that's what I think about when I think of American small town America. But when I look at small town Europe, that doesn't appear to be the case.
Yeah, everything's just kind of intertwined.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I feel like maybe because small town Europe has existed significantly longer than small town America, that they didn't start with here's Main Street and all the shops are on Main Street and we build out from there. Instead, it was this is where farms used to be, and then people started building homes, and when we needed a restaurant here, so we built that, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Well, that's the weather.
Okay, let's talk sports.
Sports, folks. Sports is happening, and right
It
now
is happening.
we had NFL football today.
It's true. Shout out to the Steelers. Woo, 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 woo.
Yep, Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers won their game.
Although, admittedly,
New
the
York
entire
Jets.
game I was like, we suck. We're the worst team in the league. This is terrible. And then at the end, I was like, yeah, we're amazing. Football.
Yeah, classic football. Chargers beat the Chiefs. Eagles beat the Cowboys. Rams beat the Texans. Packers beat the Lions. They were winning the whole game, though, so I had a great time. 49ers beat the Seahawks. Broncos beat the Titans. Jaguars beat the Panthers. Commanders beat the Giants. Steelers beat the Jets. Cardinals beat the Saints. Raiders beat the Patriots. Colts beat the Dolphins. Bengals beat the Browns. Buccaneers beat the Falcons. And currently the Ravens are up by a touchdown on the Bills at halftime. So, pretty fun there. I like having football back.
It is. And I know baseball is the American sport, but I do loves football. What can I say?
Yeah, I think most people would view football as the American sport at this point.
Yeah. And mostly because we literally don't. It's like we're the only people no, it's football. It's football. And everyone else in the world is like, what do you mean? You're not using your feet at all. Like, no. They run. That's feet. That one guy kicked it. That's feet.
So yeah, that's sports.
Also, apparently this week, I don't know if it's just maybe it showed up on my algorithm or whatever, but I'm getting a lot of people reacting to the Kraken now. The Seattle Kraken, for some reason, they're reacting to all of their intros and entrances and for those of you who don't know,
glows in the dark. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of hockey now, especially I think because of Vegas. When they had the Knights, they really do up the showmanship of it, and I think a lot of new teams are doing the same. So, for example, the Kraken, which is a fairly new team, they're getting real into the idea of on the ice you can see the tentacles underneath it, that kind of stuff. Same thing with the Golden Knights where they were long ago, in an age before time, and it's knights and stuff. It's very medieval times, but
that is cool.
I love that stuff. I love a good show. If I'm gonna go see a thing, give me a show too.
Yeah, like the Utah mammoth, they could do a thing like there's a blizzard and there's like, like
yeah,
some
it'd be like-
mammoth noise. Like
it'd be
that'd be
like-
sick.
30 million years ago, the mammoth walked the world, and now it has, and like breaks through the ice. And it's like,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing. Yeah, I love a good
modern ice age.
Yeah, like welcome to the ice age. Oh my God, you have to say that when they're like,
you
ladies
gotta
and
say that.
gentlemen, welcome to the ice age. Like that'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. That's sports.
Okay, what is our fact of the day?
Fact of the day. Fact of the day. Fact.
It is a fact. It's the fact
Europeans.
of the day. Oh,
Europeans.
I got excited. I was going to do my own thing.
They were scared of eating tomatoes when they were introduced.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is so bizarre. I just yesterday played the new Indiana Jones DLC, and it takes place in Italy. And in it, there are 2 recipes you can find, and it's literally for, I think we talked about it on this podcast, the guy who does like the history cooking channel on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
It straight up is basically the episode he had about in ancient Rome, they sold French fries, except it wasn't French fries or pommes frites or, chips or whatever, because there was no potatoes and there was no tomatoes, because that's not a thing they had.
Right.
And so what they used were parsnips that they cut up into fries, and then they used this garum sauce, which is basically like a fish sauce that they then fermented as ketchup. But exact same thing, exact same vibe.
Huh.
You'd sit there and you'd eat like you're eating French fries, except it wasn't. But and I thought it was fascinating. I loved that the Indiana Jones game had that in it. But more importantly, I also think, yeah, of course they would be weirded out by tomatoes or any other weird thing that comes from across the sea, and they're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. It says scholars think Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortez brought the seeds from Mesoamerica to Europe in 1519 with the intent of the fruits being used ornamentally in gardens. By the 1700s, aristocrats started eating tomatoes, but they were convinced the fruits were poisonous because people would die after eating them. In reality, the acidity from tomatoes brought out the lead in pewter plates, and they died of lead poisoning.
Yo, that's crazy. That's not at all what
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say when you started down this path. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Damn.
So because they didn't have highly acidic food like that, that's wild. So they got lead poisoning from tomatoes, but not from the tomatoes, but from what they ate the tomatoes on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So really, if you were of a lower class, then you would have been fine. Because I feel like it's a high class thing to eat a tomato on a plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
If you were just eating it right off the vine and walking down the street, you would have been okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to know who the first guy was who said, hey, let's take that fruit/vegetable thing that's killing people and put it in all of our pasta.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because they weren't doing that. That was not a thing. When you think tomatoes and tomato sauce and pasta, that's Italy, right? But it wasn't, clearly not until the 1500s.
Yeah. No, that's honestly really cool to learn about food history and how all the different cultures experience different foods and stuff.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with food history. I love watching historical food shows or YouTube videos about. Again, I think I mentioned the one about the egg and how it used to not be called an egg. It was named something completely different. And then because Chaucer used the word egg one time, everyone's like, yo, it's an egg, which is incredible. I'm like, what? You can't just change the name of things, but you clearly can. And I love that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, it's weird to see things flow and move. Like, I'm a big fan of the documentary about General Tso's chicken. When they go to China and they're like, do you know this? They're like, we have no idea what that is. Because it's an American invention. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's your fact of the day.
Who has come to us with tears in their eyes?
Dear illustrious sirs, with tears in my eyes, from the pain in my back, I come to you seeking knowledge. What kind of desk chair do you both use?
Okay. This is a good topic.
I believe mine is a flexi spot chair, and I got it because since I'm shorter, it's like a shorter chair, and so it was just good for me, and it's pretty decent. So yeah, mine is flexi spot, and it seems like they sell it quite a few places. They're going for like $300 though. I think I only paid like 100 and something, but inflation, economy.
Yes. I have many chairs here in the office. I have Secret Lab chairs. I have chairs that have been, promotional gifted things. But the ones I
Right.
use frequently, both here and at home, I have 2 of these chairs because I love them so much, are steel case chairs. Steel case, you're looking at $500 for a chair at minimum.
Right.
However, I cannot stress how good they are for your. I don't have any back issues. My hands are fine. Like when people they get like carpal tunnel-y thing. I don't have any of those issues. And the one I really like, even though it is significantly pricey, is the Gesture. Worth every penny. It is a chair where you can not just move the arms up and down. You can move them in, out. You can move the arm itself. The back bit you can change. You can change everything about the chair to sit how you like to sit, but it has incredible back support. One of my favorite chairs. The chair I've had, just to give you an example, the one I'm sitting in right now, I've had since 2015. Love it to death. But they're expensive. But it was one of those, just like glasses. When I make a purchase that I know I'm going to keep for a while, I'm fine spending money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you're investing in something that's gonna be around a long time.
Yeah, not having back surgery.
Yeah. Next up, we have the dear illustrious sirs, with tears in my eyes, down on one knee, begging my one true love, Mr. Cox, for his hand in marriage. I beseech unto thee a question. If you were to experience anything for the first time again, what would it be?
I know the answer is something like a movie or a trip or what. Honestly, when I think of something I want to experience again for the first time, like barbecue, dude. Like some type of like pizza. Like a good taco. You know what I mean? Like something simple, but when you had it and it was good and you were just like, oh, this is my favorite now. I can see eating this forever. That's what I want.
I was gonna say, like playing WoW.
That's, you know what? If that experience going back to 2004 or whatever year that was, I too, that first kind of you're overwhelmed and you're walking, like, yeah, I could buy that. I would.
Because it's like you learn everything about the game, and now it's like, but back then it was crazy. Like it blew your mind. So yeah, it'd be crazy to have that again.
Yeah, I guess it has to do with what time period. Can we time travel to do this, or is it you wipe your memory, you've never played WoW, and now you're going into it in 2025? Because I imagine the experience would be very different.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Because if it's a mind wipe, but it's now, I still stick with food. The whole like I've never had this before.
Yeah.
What does pizza taste like? Yeah, that's the kind of thing where okay, that'd be the easiest one. I know a lot of people would be a movie or whatever, but yeah, I think an experience that's sort of like it's taste, touch, smell. One of those like I think about often eating grilled lobster on a beach in Mexico drinking tequila. That's an experience I like to have again. Like those kinds of things where I'm just bombarded with sensory stuff and I'm like, yeah, this is life. I would want that again.
Yeah. No, I get that. And that's the dear illustrious sirs.
What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. All right. We've got barefoot woman breaks record for running across Lego bricks.
First off, lady, why do you hate yourself?
A New Zealand woman showed the strength of her soles when she ran barefoot over 100 meters of loose Lego bricks in 24.75 seconds.
Oh, I don't like that. That sounds awful.
Yeah. Gabrielle Wall broke the Guinness record for the fastest 100-meter on Lego bricks.
Yikes.
Which is insane. Both as a record and as something to do. When she attempted the 328-foot sprint in Christchurch. The track was covered in 661 pounds of Lego bricks donated by Imagination Station, a New Zealand nonprofit used Lego pieces for robotics and mechanics education. Wall said she spent 2 entire months barefoot to build calluses in preparation for the attempt, even attending a wedding without shoes. I am proud to have pushed myself to new limits. The record-keeping organization said the mother of 2 has probably stepped on the plastic bricks more times than she can count. In our video.
Yeah.
In our video, Gabrielle is wearing sunglasses, presumably to hide tears from the pain of standing on all that Lego, the Guinness record says. Wall said she's considering attempting more Lego-based Guinness records, but for building rather than running.
What did we learn about the Guinness Book of World Records? That it's kind of like you just pay to be in it?
I do
that?
remember we learned something like that.
Because I feel like this is one of those where, did we need this as a record? You know what I mean? It's funny, but did we need it as a record? And is this one of those things where, like, here's another example. Is this part of like a branded thing, or is she connected to something that this is good? Like, do we know about this woman, or is this just lady wants to get crazy?
I don't know, actually. I'm trying to...
Because a lot of times when we look these up, we find out that's connected to some brand activation and or some company did it so they could get a headline.
I'm trying to link you these. None of them are like popping up in Discord.
Well, that's kind of the problem with all of this. Every time we get a story, it's like, you wanted more information? Tough.
Hold on. Try clicking that.
I mean, I do see her walking across it, and she has a shirt that says athlete on the back, which, okay, but
yeah,
for what purpose?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think there is one. I think it's just...
She did it just cause? But then how do you contact... Yeah. So there's steps here. Like, how do you contact Guinness and say, I want to do this? How do I have... Right, is it already in the book? Because if there's already a record, then you could say, I'm going to break the record. But if there's no record, how do you establish that it's important enough for it to be a record?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
And a lot of the times when they do that, it's because someone paid for it to be in there.
Yeah, it says you have to register, apply, submit an application, and then communicate with them for getting in the Guinness Book of World Records. So there's a process to this.
Yeah.
Well...
I mean, she definitely did it. I just can't figure out why she did it, but yeah.
Much like many of the things we learn about, like Roblox and the like.
Yeah, no, it exists. I just can't figure out why.
That's the big news story of the day.
Okay. That's it for us. Thanks so much for listening or watching or how enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We got socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. You can comment your weather or dear illustrious sir. You can also hit the bell, subscribe. Also, you can go to YouTube, Cox and Crendor. That's where the animations are. Also, we're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and more. Also, we got our own things. YouTube, Jesse Cox, YouTube, Crendor, Twitch TV, Jesse Cox, Twitch TV, Crendor, YouTube, Almost Too Old for This and Too Old for This. Instagram, Notorious Cox, Instagram, Crendor Was Taken, TikTok, Jesse Cox, TikTok, Crendor. Twitter, Jesse Cox, Twitter, Crendor, Blue Sky, Jesse Cox, Blue Sky, Crendor, yes.
Great. Okay, we'll see y'all next time. And as always,
shake the rhino.
To be continued.